Welcome to Ron's Amazing Stories, the podcast where every episode takes you on a journey through captivating tales, thrilling adventures, and unforgettable moments.
It's amazing.
From heart-pounding mysteries to inspiring true stories, we'll bring you narratives that spark your imagination and keep you on the edge of your seat. So sit back, relax, and get ready to explore the extraordinary. Because with Ron, every story is an amazing story.
That's amazing.
What's that you said?
Hello and welcome to the podcast. This week we pay a visit to one of old-time radio's most unusual detectives. A man surrounded by orchids, gourmet cooking, and enough stubbornness to frighten the police department. Our double feature comes from The New Adventures of Nero Wolfe, starring the wonderful Sidney Greenstreet. Nero Wolfe was created by author Rex Stout and first appeared in the 1934 novel Fleur de Lance. Over the years, Stout wrote 33 novels and 41 novellas featuring the detective, making Wolfe one of mystery fiction's most enduring characters. Radio discovered Wolfe early. He first appeared in 1943, followed by another series in 1945. But fans remember the 1950 series best, The New Adventures of Nero Wolfe, with Sidney Greenstreet as Wolfe and Harry Bartell as Archie Goodwin. Now, Wolfe was no ordinary detective. He disliked travel, avoided automobiles, and preferred solving crimes from the comfort of his New York brownstone. He charged enormous fees, demanded recognition of his brilliance, and often struck people as arrogant or downright unpleasant. Many found the great detective quite distasteful. But beneath the attitude stood a brilliant mind. Wolfe solved crimes through logic, psychology, and careful observation. He didn't chase criminals. He dismantled lies. And tonight, we'll hear that brilliance in action. One reason Nero Wolfe remains so memorable is that he may be mystery fiction's greatest armchair detective. You see, he preferred to stay at home. His brownstone served as office, fortress, and sanctuary. From his oversized chair, he questioned suspects, studied clues, and delivered conclusions with absolute confidence. Of course, somebody still had to do the legwork. That job belonged to Archie Goodwin. Archie was Wolfe's secretary, investigator, and wisecracking partner. While Wolfe handled deductive heavy lifting, Archie gathered clues, interviewed suspects, and occasionally stepped into danger. Together, they formed one of detective fiction's greatest partnerships. Wolfe the brains, Archie the legs. And tonight, those legs are about to be busy. In our story, a redhead arrives intending to create confusion and distraction. But causing trouble around Nero Wolfe can be risky business. The question is Nero Wolfe quick enough to stop a murder? Here now is The Girl That Cried Wolfe, and it first aired on December 15th, 1950.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the bulkiest, balkiest, smartest, and most unpredictable detective in the world. That chair-born genius, Nero Wolfe. created by Rex Stout and brought to you in a new series of adventures over this NBC network in the person of Mr. Sidney Greenstreet.
Tonight, it's the case of the girl who cried wolf. In the old brownstone house on 35th Street, my boss, Nero Wolfe, with all his 300 pounds, sits at his desk from which he runs his world. We have been patiently waiting for the lady client. Then there's a knock at the door, and I admit her. A beautiful, frightened, and red-headed girl.
Mr. Wolfe? Mr. Nero Wolfe?
Not by 160 pounds. I'm Archie Goodwin.
Oh, yes. I spoke to you on the phone. I'm Mary Dunning, Mr. Goodwin. I was wondering if...
He's in. He's always in. Come on. We'll try getting him to admit it. This is Mr. Wolfe. Miss Mary Dunning.
How do you do, Miss Dunning?
Here, take this red leather chair. It's a nice match for your hair. You know, as old Dr. Titmouse has said to me, beware of a red-headed woman. But I never could believe
Thank you,
him.
Mr. Goodwin.
Your business, Miss Dunning?
Do you mean what I do or why I've come to you?
Both, if you please.
Well, I'm Mr. Stevens' secretary at the Tolliver Ecological Foundation. Our offices are down on East 12th Street.
Ecological?
Field research as to factors operating on plant and animal development and survival, Archie.
Animal development, huh?
Miss Dunning, the foundation has several agricultural research projects throughout the country, hasn't it?
That's right, Mr. Wolfe. And Donald Stevens is executive director. Or was until...
Was?
He's disappeared. It's been 3 days now. He's not been near the office nor his apartment. No message or...
Apartment? Stevens been living alone?
He's a bachelor. He's engaged to Laura Tolliver. She's a cousin of the original Tollivers. But she doesn't know where he is either.
Have you come to me on Laura Tolliver's account or on behalf of the foundation?
Well, neither, Mr. Wolfe. I'm just worried, and I'd heard of you as one of the finest private detectives in New York.
You've heard of me, Miss Dunning. We see that you're here. I still fail to understand why.
But I've told you. Mr. Stevens has dropped out of sight. And there's another thing. The last time I saw him, he had a caller with him in his office.
Caller? Male? Female?
I don't know. We're in a converted old brownstone house, and, well, the way the offices are laid out, I don't see all the people who come in unless they make a point of coming to my desk.
Mm-hmm. I see.
All I know is that Mr. Stevens stepped out for a moment, looking either scared or angry, I couldn't be sure which, and asked me to see if there was a policeman at the corner.
Which corner?
Archie, continue, Miss Dunning.
Well, I started to go, and there were low voices arguing from the inner office. And then Mr. Stevens called me not to bother.
Then what?
He said I could go ahead and take my lunch hour then. So I did. And when I came back, he was gone.
Leaving no message?
Leaving no message.
And you've neither seen or heard of him since?
I've tried all over. By phone, going out myself.
Miss Dunning, has Mr. Stevens been in the habit of making extended business trips?
Well, once in a while to our research stations in Pennsylvania, or New Jersey, or up in Vermont, but not without letting me know. I have to make out his travel vouchers.
Has there been any recent trouble at the foundation?
Trouble?
Financial trouble? Personal trouble?
No, there's been no trouble.
Miss Dunning, you're wasting my time and yours. This is a problem for the police, if there is a problem.
Oh no, Mr. Wolfe. I'd have gone to the police, except, well, if there should be an innocent explanation, it didn't seem fair to the foundation to risk the unpleasant publicity of...
I said for the police.
Wait a minute, Mr. Wolfe. It's your say-so, but when a girl walks in here and asks...
The young lady can depart by the use of the same rather trim legs that carried her here, Archie.
Oh, now, look, boss, just because I look
Miss
at...
Dunning, I can think of a dozen reasons that might take your bachelor director out of town for a few days without the formality of explaining his actions.
Then you won't look into this?
Despite Mr. Goodwin's frowns, no. Should Mr. Stevens not turn up tomorrow or so, I suggest you advise the police or whatever attorney acts for the foundation. There is such a person, of course.
Yes. Jonas Dowd is counsel. He's also a Coke trustee.
Consult him then, by all means.
But you don't seem to understand.
If you'll excuse me, I'm overdue for an important conference with my cook. We have just received a shipment of truffles from France.
Well, of course, if
Mr. Wolfe, if you ask me...
Precisely what I've refrained from doing, Archie. Would you be good enough to escort Miss Dunning to the door? To the door, Archie. Good night, Miss Dunning.
Good night. Good night. And thanks, just the same.
Look, Mr. Wolfe, it's your shop and you can get as surly as you please. But can you give me one excuse for that high-handed brush? One thin shred of an excuse? Miss Dunning was sitting in this chair...
The girl was lying, Archie.
Lying? How can you say that?
At least twice. And possibly from the moment she opened that undeniably pretty mouth. Now, if you would excuse me, Archie, I have an appointment with a truffle. You say you have a surprise for me, Archie.
Enough to yank you 3 inches out of that chair. Remember the girl who was here last night, Mary Dunning?
You seem unwilling to let me forget her.
Well, I took off on my own this morning to check up on that foundation setup.
Good, Archie. I ventured a small bet with Fritz that you would.
All right. See if your bet included this. I found Stevens down there right in his office.
Missing executive director.
Yes, and the missing Mr. Stevens claimed he had just been on a business trip. Delayed getting back because his car had been smacked by a hit-and-run driver in New Jersey. Now, here's the payoff. He even tried to make out that he'd been thinking of calling you in on a problem.
Hit-and-run accident?
No, something about the foundation. But I didn't waste time letting him cloud it up for us. The point is...
Archie, you brought him here, of course.
Stevens? No, he's still down there. We'll want to grab him before the day is out, but I had something more important to run down first. It took me 3 calls on the way up here, but you can take it as confirmed. We've still got a disappearance case, and this one you're not sitting out.
Indeed. And who has disappeared now?
Mary Dunning. Stevens is back, but Mary's gone. Not at the office, not at her rooming house, and none of her clothes are taken.
How'd you get going?
Put a police call out on Mary?
Back to 12th Street and get Stevens out of that office and up here as fast as you can. I'll phone him. You are on the way.
Hello?
This Donald Stevens?
Yes, this is Donald Stevens.
This is Nero Wolfe. I understand you've been thinking of consulting me.
Well, as a matter of fact, I have, Mr. Wolfe. I started to explain to Mr. Goodwin, but...
Are you alone there at the office?
Why, well, yes. As it happens...
Be careful. I don't think your car smash-up was an accident. I've just sent Mr. Goodwin to ask you to come here. Meanwhile, I'd suggest...
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Wolfe. There seems to be someone coming in now.
Wait, Mr. Stevens. There hasn't been time for Archie to get there yet.
Excuse me, Mr. Wolfe.
Don't.
Just hold the wire a moment.
Wait, Mr. Stevens.
Come on in. I haven't had a chance yet. Oh, what? No! No!
And that's all Inspector Kramer has been able to make of it, Archie?
Not to hear him tell it, but that's all he's got.
Stephen dead and the girl still missing. Did you find anything helpful at the office?
I think the murderer started to tear up some account books and project ledgers, but I must have scared him away when I rang the bell. Couldn't have been more than 3 or 4 minutes after the shooting when I got there.
But you saw no one?
The murderer can cover a lot of ground in 3 or 4 minutes.
You were naturally by accident, since it is mildly illegal. You had a good look at the dead man?
A very good look. Not to mention his pockets.
Anything particular?
Well, there was a half-eaten package of lifesavers in the left-hand trouser pocket.
What's particular about that?
The flavor was lime. I hate lime.
Phooey. Archie, I called Jonas Dowd last night.
The foundation lawyer?
Yes, he set up the original charter under which Donald Stevens operated, with an annual fund of $90,000.
Ecology has its attractions. 90,000 attractions, to be precise.
It indicates a possible reason for Stevens' murder. He was in sole charge of that money.
Somebody donated 338 caliber bullets to him. Hardly a token of appreciation.
Perhaps not. However, the shooting followed the attempt to stage an automobile accident. Archie, I've sent Saul Panza on an errand for me.
Saul, huh? He's expensive. True, he's the best man in the shadow job there is, but... You've got something, huh?
Possibility.
An angle I can't handle?
Apart from your natural preference for curves, you've more than work enough here in New York. Finding Mary Dunning, for a starter.
Or, her body?
Or her body, as it may be.
Is that what Saul's on, picking up a line on Mary?
Among other chores, Saul is buying me some special groceries at the city market. You frown, Archie.
I glower. But okay, play it cozy. You can send Saul off to Stockholm for smorgasbord for all I care. I'm still asking, what about Stevens and what about Mary? Where do we start?
I'm expecting Laura Tolliver, the heiress, and the son of Jonas Dowd here within a few minutes. Jonas Dowd himself proved as difficult to pry from the office as...
As you generally are from this one. Oh, good for old Jonas. Wait a minute, though. You said a son was coming. Would that be Peter Dowd?
It would be. Could I trouble you to pass that second bottle of beer?
It's your third.
Stop auditing me, Archie. You reacted to the name of Peter Dowd. May I ask why?
Kramer is ahead of you on that pitch. He's had Peter Dowd downtown already.
And learned?
Playboy, used to be in love with Laura Tolliver, now in line to take over Stevens' tidy $20,000 a year salary as executive director.
To take over, phooey. Peter Dowd's no ecologist.
He's got more important qualifications. His old man and Laura Tolliver are co-trustees under the Tolliver will, and the director can be anybody they name.
Archie, you sound prejudiced against young Mr. Dowd.
Yeah, that's what Kramer said. I'm just naturally suspicious of anybody who stood to pick up $20,000 a year, plus a whack at the $90,000 a year in house money, just by throwing 338 caliber slugs into Stevens. Particularly after getting rid of Mary Dunning to clear the way.
The police still have no leads on Miss Dunning?
A for effort, Z for results. Now, the way I see it, boss...
Legwork now, Archie. Guesses later. You might try Miss Dunning's landlady again for one, and try Peter Dowd's apartment.
Now?
Yes. I'd say go along and keep after the missing girl.
Instead of sifting through the names in Stevens' appointment book you were asking about?
It's two legs of the same animal. The names may help on the girl. Now, Archie, on your way. Come in.
Mr. Wolfe?
Yes, come in, Miss Tolliver, Mr. Dowd. Sit down.
Yep.
It's good of you both to come. Miss Tolliver, I'm profoundly sorry of your loss. You were to marry Mr. Stevens, as I understand it.
Yes, 3 weeks from today.
I was trying to warn poor Stevens just as the murderer came in. But he evidently knew his caller well enough to feel no alarm.
The police told us that, Mr. Wolfe. We've just come from Inspector Kramer's office.
I know, Mr. Dowd. Did you gather the inspector meant to see you again?
Why should he? How could anyone think that Peter could have anything to do with this horrible business?
I see that you have no doubts about Mr. Dowd here, Miss Tolliver.
Easy, Laura. Yes, Mr. Wolfe, I gathered that Kramer was interested in me. He's got a man outside here watching us now.
You're alert, Mr. Dowd, or...
Oh, what?
Or aware that Inspector Kramer may have grounds for keeping you under surveillance.
Look, Mr. Wolfe, I didn't come here to be put through the jumps again. First Kramer and now you.
I'm acting for the Tolliver Foundation, Mr. Dowd. I have been since your father retained me last night.
Well, why jump on me, then?
Young man, at my age and weight, the chances of my jumping on anyone are about as likely as, as unlikely as to expect that you're not still in love with Miss Laura Tolliver here.
Mr. Wolfe, we haven't admitted that we...
Miss Tolliver, you were concerned a moment ago at the possibility that this young man might be charged with Stevens' murder.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Wolfe. Climb back on me if you want, but let Laura alone. If you're trying to make...
I'm no longer trying, Mr. Dowd. You both confirmed the point for me.
All right. I am still in love with Laura. And I think Laura's known ever since she accepted Stevens' ring that their engagement was a mistake. What are you going to make of that?
Did Stevens know you hadn't given up on Laura?
I told him twice. I even went down to the foundation just...
Just when, Mr. Dowd? This morning while I was telephoning Stevens, for example?
I haven't been near the foundation office for days. I've been out of town.
Mr. Wolfe, you've no right to twist and turn everything Peter says. I do love him, but I...
Laura. Well, that's the first time you've come right out with it since...
I'm sorry, Peter. I've wanted to tell you 1,000 times. But, well, you kept going away on all those trips, and I never knew whether it was for some other girl or...
Mr. Dowd, Miss Tolliver, could this tender exchange be postponed till you two find yourselves alone?
Go ahead, Mr. Wolfe. Ask anything you want, as long as I know it's all right with Laura here.
Roundly spoken, Mr. Dowd. May I ask about Mary?
What's Mary Dunning got to do with this?
I'm glad you're aware of the Mary I meant.
Well, I've met her at the foundation, of course. We've all heard she's missing.
You couldn't suggest where she might be.
How would Peter know?
Let's return to Mr. Stevens. Can either of you explain his 3 days' absence from the city?
I've been out of town myself.
Miss Tolliver?
He could have been inspecting any one of the research plants. He didn't tell me, if that's what you mean.
Stevens said this morning he had been wanting to consult me. You can't suggest why?
Well, no, I can't. About foundation business or personal business?
.338 caliber bullets kept Mr. Stevens from making that clear, Miss Tolliver. Mr. Dowd's father is sending me over some material, but as yet it's not in my hands. Are you familiar with the personnel at the research stations?
There aren't any more than 4 or 5 project managers. Halsey in Vermont, Schwartz down in Pennsylvania.
Excuse me. Nero Wolfe?
Archie,
Yes, Archie.
you can take it back about Mary Dunning. If she's a liar, she's just gone to a lot of trouble to make it look good.
Dead?
No, but knocked out with chloroform and stuffed in a closet in a man's apartment. And guess whose apartment?
Spare me your charades, Archie.
Peter Dowd's. That's where I'm calling from. Is he still with you?
As it happens, yes.
You better hang on to him. There's been another development. Inspector Kramer's got hold of a man named Schwartz.
The Pennsylvania project manager.
Right. Schwartz was at the Foundation office this morning, and he says Peter Dowd was going in as he came out.
When?
Within minutes of your call to Stevens. Kramer's on his way to your place now to pick up young Dowd. Any instructions?
I'd like more company.
Well, the ball game is all wrapped up, isn't it?
I'd still like more company.
Right. Mary and Schwartz?
If you can get them here. And Archie.
Yes?
Get them here. I'll have that 5th bottle of beer, Archie.
7th and quota for the night. And when do you get around to calling in Mary and our friend Schwartz?
In a moment, Archie, in a moment.
After all that scramble to get him here.
I've been studying these project reports that Jonas Dowd sent over. Fascinating field ecology.
I know. The factors playing on the development and survival of living organisms. Too bad poor Stevens didn't figure on a factor named Peter Dowd.
Archie, I'm ready for Mr. Schwartz now.
No Mary?
I'll risk you in the next room with Miss Dunning for the time being.
Okay. One Schwartz coming up. Oh, come in, Mr. Schwartz.
Mr. Wolfe?
How do you do, Mr. Schwartz? My apologies for this long wait you've had. And I'll try to make our business brief.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Schwartz, you managed the Tolliver Agricultural Research Station in Pennsylvania for some time.
2 years.
I am not sure I didn't once enjoy a shipment of mushrooms that came from your place. You've experimented with Maya arenaria.
Maya arenaria? Yes, of course. Yes, we've done some work with mushrooms.
They were excellent. By the way, I understand you saw Mr. Stevens just before he was shot down.
If I'd stayed 10 minutes longer, he might still be alive.
May I ask the purpose of your call?
I was delivering the monthly reports.
No special trouble you came to discuss?
No, sir.
You met Peter Dowd coming in at the Foundation as you were going out. How did he look?
In a hurry.
How so?
He just pushed past with his face turned away.
You're sure it was he?
Yes, I had seen him at the Foundation maybe 2 or 3 times before.
Were you aware that Mr. Stevens and Mr. Dowd were both apparently in love with the same young lady?
I'm a research worker, Mr. Wolfe. I wouldn't know about Mr. Stevens' personal affairs.
Just an hour ago, before Inspector Kramer took him from here, young Dowd admitted that he'd been there today.
I didn't think I could be mistaken.
But he said only because Stevens had phoned him to come. Were you there when that call was made?
No, there was no call to Dowd while I was there.
Excuse me, Mr. Schwartz. Yes, Nero Wolfe speaking.
This is Saul Panzer.
Yes, Saul, you're still...
Yes, still down here at the city market. Looks as if you were right.
Indeed?
One of their trucks just pulled in with a load of full crates. Top quality produce.
I'll try not to wince when you send in the expense sheets. Any other confirmation?
Internal Revenue records show no taxes paid on income by the Tolliver Foundation.
Thank you, Saul. Phone any information as you get it. You'll forgive me again, Mr. Schwartz. Archie.
Yes, boss?
Would you ask Miss Dunning to step in now?
Coming up. Come in now, Miss Dunning.
Good evening, Miss Dunning. You've quite recovered from the chloroform?
Mr. Goodwin's been helping me. He's been rubbing my forehead, and I'm beginning
Spare me any further details. Miss Dunnings, would you mind telling me again how it was you came to find yourself in Mr. Dowd's apartment?
Well, It was the phone call that got me to go over. It was a man whispering. He didn't give his name, but he said if I came to that address, apartment 4C, I could learn something about Mr. Stevens.
You went to apartment 4C, and then?
That's really all I know. Just after the door opened, before I could see him, his coat was thrown over my head, and then he must have given me the chloroform. It was Peter Dowd, of course.
Dowd?
Who else could it have been?
It could have been Mr. Swartz here.
Mr. Wolfe, you're joking.
Am I, Swartz?
Joking or drunk? Why should I...
For the ancient reason, Swartz. Money. For the racket you had and wanted to keep.
Racket? Mr. Schwartz was in...
Swartz is no more of an ecologist than Mr. Goodwin here. A moment ago, he accepted Mara arenaria as a mushroom. It happens to be a common clam, common on nearly any beach, rare in inland Pennsylvania.
Stevens knew I didn't go in for all that Latin stuff.
I could understand that you might be useful without it, Swartz. But to get away from your station operations, you faked the scientific knowledge you never had.
All right. Suppose I am more of a farmer than a fancy scientist. Our job at the research station's to raise vegetable crops, isn't it?
As you worked it, Swartz, of course. You turned the agricultural research project into a commercial farm. All expenses met from tax-free funds, and not a cent of return shown for the produce sold.
So that's why Saul Panzer drew the rutabagus run.
Stephen had the innocence of a specialist interested in his own field only. But even Stevens finally began to get onto those doctored reports of yours, Swartz. And when was it the Internal Revenue men began asking questions?
Look, Goodwin, is this fat guy out of his mind?
You had to get rid of Stevens after the last inspection trip. Were you even counting on taking over his job after Peter Dowd was put away for Stevens' murder?
Merely, if you'll just explain to this lunatic...
Watch it, Archie, watch it.
I've got his gun.
Adroitly done, Archie.
Wait a minute. This is a 32, and it was a 38 that did the murder.
Mr. Wolfe, that's my bag. You can't...
Take this pistol from it, I have, my dear. And this extraordinary effort you put me to, of actually leaving my chair to secure this weapon, we'll add that to the score against you.
Mr. Wolfe, if you aren't too tuckered to answer, that gun from Mary's bag.
It's a 38. It may be the one used on Stevens.
But Mary couldn't.
She didn't. If ballistics tells us that this is the weapon, then Swartz must have passed it to her for safekeeping, till it could be planted in young Dowd's apartment or car or whatever.
I didn't have anything to do with it.
Miss Dunning, you had to do with more than you know. Do you realize that if Mr. Goodwin hadn't found you at the Dowd apartment when he did, that you might not be alive at this moment? You were the one person who knew Swartz's crime.
Mary, don't listen to him.
She's listening, Swartz. Miss Dunning, you thought the chloroform scheme was directed solely against Peter Dowd, and so you let Swartz talk you into it. Mr. Goodwin tells me the door of that closet was sealed with Scotch tape.
I didn't know that. Schwartz actually tried...
Your chloroform sleep was meant to turn into a permanent one, Miss Dunning.
And I was trying to cover for him. All right, here it is. Schwartz planned it all. He did try the hit and run, and he did shoot Stevens.
He's a liar. Mary, you've been juggling those books since...
Say the details for Inspector Kramer, Swartz. There's guilt enough to be divided between you and guilt enough to burn you both.
All right, you're being noble and not rubbing it in. Don't I merit a full explanation?
Archie, I'm concentrating on truffles. Do we deck out a bird, or shall we have them in an omelet again?
Mr. Wolfe, look, I've got a white flag up, and I'm asking. All right, Mary and Schwartz wanted Stevens out of the way. And all right, they tried to hang it on Peter Dowd. But why'd Mary come here and try to get you into it in the first place?
As far as she knew that night, Archie, Stevens wasn't to get back to New York alive. Swartz hit and run ambush in New Jersey was supposed to take care of Stevens on his way back from Pennsylvania. By luck, Stevens survived the accident, and Swartz had to follow him here to finish him off.
Yes, but I still don't see why.
Mary came here to establish her innocence by pretending to seek our help.
Oh.
And she thought to keep suspicion from Swartz by creating the imaginary figure of a threatening caller at the office several days before. She knew Stevens meant to consult me about Swartz, and she could guess Jonas Dowd would call me in eventually.
Well, Stevens said he wanted to consult you that morning when I...
That morning when you couldn't hear Stevens out because you were seeing him as Mary Dunning wanted us to see him.
Oh, a trick operated with two vanishing acts to explain. Stevens's and Mary's.
You have it, Archie.
And both fake. A straight business trip branded a run-out or a snatch only by Mary's account, and then the chloroform act at Dowd's apartment.
You have it in full.
Mm-hmm. Except how you knew she was lying to start with.
Point one, the girl offered no fee, no prospect of a fee.
Mm-hmm. Stay at that.
Could anyone claim knowledge of my reputation, Archie, and still seriously expect that I would take an arduous labor for the love of it?
Oh, I'm ashamed of myself.
Point two, she told us of a caller coming to see Stevens. Of Stevens asking her to fetch a policeman, then changing his mind. When asked to call a policeman, what woman's curiosity would be satisfied by being told not to bother?
How utterly brilliant you are.
Yes. Archie, a bottle of beer.
All right.
And now back to a serious problem, you know. I think I see a compromise on these troubles.
Between bird and omelet?
Archie, why not both?
That was The Girl That Cried Wolfe. One thing about Nero Wolfe is he preferred murder investigations to come to him. Leaving home was not high on his list of favorite activities. In fact, Wolfe treated travel as though it were a personal insult. That's what makes our next story especially interesting. In this one, Wolfe actually leaves the brownstone and visits the scene of the crime. For fans of the detective, that alone tells you this case means business. This mystery centers on an overbearing businessman who loved rules and delighted in making life difficult for those around him. Unfortunately for him, he may have made one rule too many. So join Nero and Archie as they venture into the outside world of The Impolite Corpse. It first aired on December 8th, 1950.
Tonight, it's the case of the Impolite Corpse. It began on a certain night at 8:40 when Walter Channing, an advertising executive, was dictating in his office to his charming secretary, Brenda Barkley.
Brenda, take a memo.
Yes, Mr. Channing.
This is to be mimeographed and sent to the entire staff.
The entire staff, yes, sir.
Notice, effective at once, 1-hour lunch periods will be strictly enforced. Employees will post time of departure and time of return. Yes, what is it?
Mr. Channing.
Bennett, I'm busy.
Well, I've got to see you, Mr. Channing. About this afternoon.
This afternoon was unfortunate, Bennett, but it happened.
I lost my temper. I'm sorry.
So am I.
Mr. Channing, I've been with the firm 14 years, and because a man blows up once in 14 years...
Mr. Channing's office.
Oh, you've got to reconsider. That's all, Mr. Channing.
I never reconsider, Bennett.
It's your wife.
But, Mr. Channing...
That will be all, Bennett.
It won't be all. You can't wipe out 14 years of a man's life. Even you can't do that, Channing.
It's Mrs. Channing on the phone.
Oh. Hello? You're where? That's in this building. Since when has Dr. Ellis kept evening office hours? I told you there's nothing wrong with you. No, I can't. I don't know when I'll be through. And I don't want you hanging around up here. Well, take a cab or walk. I don't care what you do. What? I can't understand you. What? Goodbye, Doris. Where was I?
Walter.
Yes?
You are going to reconsider about Tom Bennett, aren't you?
Bennett was insolent this afternoon. I won't tolerate insolence. Yes?
Shine, Mr. Channing?
Shine? No. What's he doing down here this time of night?
Half the staff's working overtime. Kelly's an enterprising shoeshine boy. Might have missed someone on his rounds this afternoon. Walter, about Tom Bennett.
Forget Bennett.
Look, you upset the inkwell. Oh.
Quick, blot the stuff.
Yes, of course. Did any spill on you?
Spot at my trouser cuff. Lucky it didn't get on the carpet.
Walter, about Tom Bennett.
I told you to forget Bennett.
All right, Walter, all right.
Though maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you'd be better off to use him as a model.
A model?
If he knows he's not wanted around here, he'll have the self-respect to get out.
Meaning?
Well, you've known for a long time you're not wanted. And you're still here.
How you'd like to fire me.
Denying that would be silly.
I've been with this firm 15 years in January. Employees get a bonus of stock shares after 15 years' service. That's what I'm waiting for, and you know it.
Suppose we get back to that memorandum.
You'd like to get me out before I collect those shares, wouldn't you?
I said let's get on with the memo.
You'd be petty enough to do it, too, if you knew how.
There may be a way.
There isn't, and you know it. I'm too careful. You can't fire me without cause, and I've given you no cause, Walter. Nothing you can possibly dictate one of your vicious little memorandums about.
Don't try my patience too far, Brenda.
Walter, what? This can't be us talking like this, you and me hating each other.
I find it remarkable there ever was anything between us except hate.
Walter.
I mean it. Look at you. You were flashy when I met you. You're getting flashier. That means cheaper, Brenda.
Stop it.
Too much lipstick? Too much rouge? Hair too bright? Dress too tight? You're trying too hard, Brenda. You're labeling yourself like a sound wagon.
I wonder what it is that stops me from killing you.
Cowardice, of course. Now, when you've stopped sniveling, we'll get on with a memorandum. You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Notice. In the interest of economy and efficiency, junior executives will confer in the conference room, not in private offices. Mid-afternoon coffee and personal phone calls and daily shoe shines will be eliminated.
Your name is Barkley, Brenda Barkley. Very well, Miss Barkley. What can I do for you?
Mr. Wolfe, I don't know how to begin.
Well, maybe I can make this easier all around by briefing Mr. Wolfe on the Walter Channing case. Hey, that's funny.
What?
Violet eyes. I always thought they were something the poets made up.
Archie?
Huh? Oh, the Channing case, yes.
One moment. Miss Barkley, look this way, please. To me, an eye is functional object found in mammals, birds, fish, potatoes, and horticulture. Thank you. Go on, Archie.
Walter Channing was the boy wonder of advertising. At 33, executive vice president of Winslow, Hart, and Straightmeyer. Just 24 hours ago, they found him at his desk, shot through the heart.
They? Who is they?
A night porter and a shoe shine boy, is that right?
Yes.
He'd been dead about an hour. The bullet went through Channing, his desk chair, and lodged in the windowsill behind him. Police thought at first it was suicide.
The gun?
38, found it on the floor, 10 feet away. No fingerprints, anyhow, no clear ones.
Seldom are on a gun butt. You say suicide was suspected. Why? The gun was 10 feet from the body.
It was the smudges.
Smudges?
Powder burns. According to the papers, he was sitting at his desk. There were no signs of a struggle. The gun was held against his chest and fired.
But it wasn't suicide, Mr. Wolfe. Walter Channing would never have killed himself.
The police have already decided that, finally, according to the evening papers.
And I presume you, Miss Barkley, are a suspect.
No, not yet.
But you expect to be. That's why you came to me.
When the police talked to her,
Her?
Doris, his wife. I've been Walter Channing's secretary for 8 years. At one time, we thought we were in love.
Mrs. Channing was aware of this?
Yes. Oh, it was a long time ago. It was over. It was finished a long time ago, but she never believed that. Neither did Alan.
Alan who?
Alan Mealick, head of the media department at the agency. We were going to be married when Walter and I... Well,
Decided you were in love. Miss Barkley, who finally decided you were not? You or Mr. Channing?
He did.
I see. Mr. Mealick believes you did not share this change of heart.
Yes. Oh, he's such a fool.
I dare say you fear Mrs. Channing or Mr. Mealick or both will reveal the ill-fated romance.
You know what the papers will make of it, what the police will try to make of it.
Miss Barkley, did you kill Channing?
No. Oh, no, I swear I didn't. Oh, Mr. Wolfe, I didn't.
Please, for heaven's sake, no tears. Archie, put her in a cab.
Yes, sir.
Then come up to the plant room. There are some things I'll want you to execute for me.
Yes, sir.
Women. Bah!
Yes, Mr. Goodwin, I'm Abe Jackson, the night porter. He was working late that night. Mr. Channing, his secretary, Mr. Bennett, Mr. Mealick, and his secretary. About 10:30, I met the shoe shine, Kelly, on Mr. Channing's floor. There was a light burning in Channing's plate. We went in to turn it off, Kelly and me, and there he was, sitting at his desk, a hole this big in his chest.
Tell me, Mr. Bennett, did Channing have any enemies in the agency?
Channing was a slave driver, Mr. Goodwin. The girls hated him and men were afraid of him. He'd send out memos like this one around. Here, take a look at it. It's typical. No coffee, no shoe shines, no office conferences. If you want my opinion, as one employee out of 150, whoever killed Walter Channing did the rest of us a favor.
You're Amy Long, secretary to Alan Mealick. Now, what can you
I can tell you plenty. How she jilted Mr. Mealick, took up with Mr. Channing, got thrown over by him. I wouldn't go so far as to say Brenda Barkley would murder anyone. But if she did, Walter Channing would be 1A.
Channing get his shoes shined on you?
I called the agency men, sir. You know, it was Jackson and me found him. Everyone else had gone and left himself, poor soul, sitting at his desk, dead.
This specimen, the monogamous straight orchid. Beautiful, isn't it, Mrs. Channing? Mr. Mealick?
I could never quite like orchids. They have no smell, you know.
It's pretty all right, but tulips are more in my line, Mr. Wolfe.
Tulips, Mr. Mealick?
I had a stand of emperors this spring.
Emperors, come in, Archie. Emperors, Mr. Mealick?
That's the name of a tulip, Mr. Wolfe.
A peasant flower. I've heard of it, of course. Archie, Mrs. Channing, Mr. Mealick, my assistant, Mr. Goodwin.
Mr. Goodwin?
I didn't know you had company.
Mr. Wolfe asked us here to explain why Brenda Barkley is worried.
And you have both agreed to respect her position.
Brenda ought to know I'd never tell the police anything to get her into trouble.
Phooey.
Sir? He said phooey, Mr. Mealick, meaning he doubts what you say and does not admit your right to say it.
Archie, Mr. Mealick, you say you would never intentionally inform on Miss Barkley.
Certainly not.
The tongue slips, sir. We would expect you to guard your...
What? Do you think
what I started to say. You asked us here because Brenda Barkley is your client. I despise Miss Barkley. Everyone knows that, and why. But I wouldn't stoop to implicating her in murder.
You believe her innocent, then, Mrs. Channing?
I believe she lacks the gumption to pull a trigger. Poison, I wouldn't put past her at all. Mr. Mealick, would you be kind enough to see me home?
Of course, Mrs. Channing. Good day, Mr. Wolfe.
Good day.
And Mr. Goodwin.
You have, I suppose, an exhaustive report from me, Archie?
7 pages of notes.
Save them and get me a bottle of beer.
You're in a rosy mood. What happened?
I said I would like a bottle of beer.
No, you wouldn't.
Archie, you better...
Don't puff up about it. Those vest buttons won't stand the strain. I can't get you a bottle of beer.
Why not?
You ordered me to hold you to 4 a day.
I rescind the order.
You also ordered me not to let you rescind the order. What's the matter with you, anyhow?
I have had to entertain 2 very dull people too long.
Both those dull people are prime suspects. Mrs. Channing is a woman scorned. Mealick lost his girl to the guy who was killed.
I can't blame her for throwing him over. Archie, the man grows tulips.
What?
Tulips. Well, give me a report.
I checked the agency, everybody who was working down there the night of the murder. Also, I dropped in on Inspector Kramer at homicide. Also, I visited the morgue.
Why the morgue?
Because if I hadn't, you'd have said, why not the morgue?
Go on.
I drew a blank there. Kramer let me look at the clothes Channing was wearing. There was an ink stain on the left trouser cuff.
An ink stain?
And a hole through his shirt front with plenty of powder smudge like the paper said. He was shot with a .38 at point-blank range, sitting down.
An impolite corpse.
What?
Discourteous. He didn't rise to meet his murderer. That is most significant, Archie.
I know. I've got a theory about this case.
No theories, facts, if you please.
But look, Channing owned a .38. That's a fact. It's disappeared. That's another fact. The murder gun was a .38 with the numbers filed off, and it could be Channing's own gun.
Thereby proving what, Archie?
That his wife had access to it.
Your theory involves Mrs. Channing, then?
And Mealick. She decides her husband is less trouble to her, dead than alive.
A regrettable tendency of wives. Have you noticed?
And she sells Mealick on the idea. Now, that wouldn't be hard. They figure to make it look like suicide, but Mealick loses his head and runs, drops the gun on his way out, and... Oh. You don't buy it.
Enough of theories. The facts, Archie. Out of your notebook.
1. 9 people were on the scene that night, working late for one reason or another.
Mrs. Channing tells me she was visiting a doctor's office in the same building, by the way.
2. Every one of those people hated Channing. 3. Here's a sample of why he wasn't popular.
Memorandum.
Dictated the night he was killed. The staff got it the next morning.
A whip cracker, Mr. Channing.
Fact 4. The ink stain on his trouser cuff was partly rubbed out.
With what?
Cleaner of some kind. I didn't get the brand. Fact 5. There's a spot on the carpet near Channing's chair.
Spot of what? Ink? Blood?
Looks like ink.
It looks like ink.
Well, I didn't analyze it on the spur of the moment. My chemical set isn't working so good, boss.
Phooey. Archie, I want 2 things.
Yes, sir.
Get over to headquarters. The police have Channing's trousers. Suggest to Inspector Kramer that he have the stain analyzed. Suggest also that the spot on the carpet be analyzed at the same time. Be around him when the information arrives.
This is Be Kind to the Police Week?
Phooey. I never have sought to beat the police on matters of fact, only on interpretation, deduction. Get going. Oh, and Archie.
Yes?
When you return, I should discourse upon the sanctity of deskhood.
The sanctity of what hood?
Deskhood. Now be off with you, and please remember you're tracking a murderer. Don't stub your toe.
Goodwin, the thing on the carpet was a dye of some kind.
Dye, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How long will it take the lab to give you the analysis on it, Inspector?
Oh, not very long. I've got the report on what was used on the trouser cuff right now, though.
And?
They found traces of carbon tetrachloride.
Wait a minute. This goes in the notebook. Okay, carbon tetrachloride.
And something else. Goodwin, what's Wolfe after?
Interpretations was what he said, Inspector. You object?
No. Maybe I'll get an interpretation, too. The something else was perchlorethylene.
Why, Inspector, such language.
What? Archie. The phone. Oh, not back yet. Hello?
Mr. Wolfe?
Yes?
This is Brenda Barkley. Oh, Mr. Wolfe.
What is it, Miss Barkley?
You've got to come to Mr. Channing's office right away, Mr. Wolfe.
Mr. Goodwin has been to your office. Everything I need to know.
You've got to come, Mr. Wolfe.
Nonsense. I don't go out. My digestion disapproves of it. I disapprove of it.
But Mr. Goodwin, he's in danger.
What's that?
Terrible danger. He needs you here at once.
Archie, in danger? Let me talk to him.
Please come. Hurry.
What's happened? Hello. Sparkly. Fritz, get out of the car. Bring me my wool muffler and worsted vest. See if you can find my galoshes. Confound it, I've got to go out.
Going up. Step to the rear of the car, please. Mister, will you please step back?
I'm back as far as I can go.
You are?
Elevators, contraptions for little men. Come, take me up, young man.
Hold it. Hold that car. I'm late for a date with a blonde. 16th floor, buddy.
Evening, Mr. Goodwin.
Good evening.
I was told you were in danger.
Danger? Mr. Wolfe, what are you doing out down here?
Sparkley's idea.
About me being in danger?
Obviously, she was lying. I suspected at the time. But I fell in with her suggestion. I'm anxious to end the case. My presence here is needed.
Don't understand why she'd do such a thing. And why is your presence needed?
16th floor.
It's a matter of perspective.
Brenda's got a very nice perspective. She'll be around here someplace. The agency's got this whole floor.
Her office?
Down this corridor, next to Channing's. Well, Kramer came through on those reports from the lab. That smudge on the carpet wasn't ink. It was a dye. Powdered aniline. Brenda.
Oh,
Oh, Mr. Wolfe, thank heavens you're here.
Hey, I'm here, too.
The police, they questioned me again this afternoon. I'm so frightened, Mr. Wolfe. You've got to find the murderer before they...
Baby, take it easy.
Well, oh, hello, Archie.
Hello. What's the idea of trying to pull a fast one on Mr. Wolfe?
Well, I just had to see him. Please understand.
Is this Channing's office?
Yes.
You told him I was in danger.
Ah, at last, the place to sit down.
Well, I had to tell him something to get him down here.
He's not happy. You comfortable there, sir?
Miss Barkley, come here.
Mr. Wolfe, I can explain. I thought if you were here, where it happened, I mean, if you could see for yourself, then you'd
Young woman, there are many things I'd like to say to you.
Oh, now, wait a minute. She was scared, boss.
However, I am too short of breath to do them justice. Archie,
Yes?
round up everyone concerned with this case,
Right now?
including Mrs. Channing. Get them in here.
Yes, sir.
You help him, Miss Barkley, and close that window.
Yes, Mr. Wolfe.
Fresh air. I've had enough today, thanks to you, to last me a lifetime. If after all that exposure, I live a lifetime.
What's going on here, anyhow?
A tea party. Find yourself seats. Keep your knees steady. All right, Mr. Wolfe, everybody's here.
Mr. Shoeshine Kelly?
Here, sir, here.
It was you who found the body.
Him and me, Mr. Wolfe. I'm Abe Jackson, the night man.
You gentlemen can help us if you will.
Oh, to be sure, Mr. Wolfe.
I'd like to know the exact position of the body when you found it.
Well, he was sitting up.
That's it, sir. Sitting up straight as you please.
You'll oblige me if you'll demonstrate. Sit in the chair, please.
His chair, sir?
If you please.
Abe, you.
Yeah. Oh, no, not me. Not on your life.
There's no easy thing you ask, Mr. Wolfe. But I'll oblige you. So, it was like this, I'd say.
You agree, Mr. Jackson?
A little more to the right, maybe. Yeah, that's the way it was.
Archie.
Yes, sir?
Help me with a brief recapitulation.
Well, so far as we know, Channing made no outcry.
Therefore, he could not have been startled by the appearance of the killer.
There were powder burns on the body.
Therefore, the gun was against Channing when it was fired. His own hand couldn't have held it closer.
Nobody heard the shot, probably because this office is soundproofed. The gun that killed him was lying on the floor 10 feet from the desk.
In the direction of flight through that door. Go on, Archie.
The killer was almost certainly well known to Channing, or Channing wouldn't have let him come that close without a struggle or an alarm. Also, the killer had access to this office. Another proof that he's not a stranger.
One more point, if I may, Archie. The killer, he or she, is present here now.
Quiet, everyone.
We come now to the point I mentioned to you last night, Archie. The point I call the sanctity of deskhood.
Sanctity of what?
Deskhood, Mrs. Channing. Explain, Archie.
Still figure it's so important?
Absolutely essential.
Well, I wrote it here somewhere. Oh. Deskhood refers to that area behind a desk where a man earns his livelihood, makes his career, builds his reputation.
You mean here, where I'm sitting?
So long as a man sits at his desk, he enjoys a curious area of privacy. He is remarkably safe from intrusion. That's it, Mr. Wolfe.
The sanctity of deskhood. Think about it a moment. You'll see what I mean.
Nonsense. I've gone around that desk hundreds of times. I'm sure she has. Many more hundreds. If you mean what I think you mean, Mrs. Channing, you...
Please, ladies. Mrs. Channing, when you approached your husband at his desk, what did he do?
What did he... Why, he stood up and...
He stood up. Miss Barkley, you agree?
Well, yes, he'd have to stand up. At least he always did.
But for his murderer, he did not. Archie, resume from your notes, please.
Well, whoever killed Walter Channing went around the desk without Channing rising, held a gun to his chest, and pulled the trigger.
Excuse me. If you will go behind the desk and stand facing Mr. Kelly, Archie.
Here. This the way you mean?
You know the angle of the body wound to the hole in the chair?
There wasn't any angle. One was in a straight line with the other.
From where you stand now in front of Mr. Kelly, if you wish to inflict an identical wound upon him, could you do it?
Not from where I stand. I'd have to kneel.
You'd have to kneel. Do so. Note, please, the murder tableau. The question now, who could kneel before Channing, get close enough to kill him from that position without alarming him in the least?
Kelly.
The shoeshine man.
Hey, wait a minute now.
Shut up, you, and sit there.
His motive is crystal clear.
The memorandum.
Memorandum. You have a copy, Archie?
In my notebook.
Ah, yes. Miss Barclay, read the part which could explain Mr. Kelly's action.
No, not now.
The memo was all over the office. Kelly must have seen it.
Oh, wait a minute now. Notice effective at once. Yes, here it is. In the interest of economy, daily shoe shines will be eliminated.
That'd cut off Kelly's bread and butter.
Kelly, I can't believe it.
Nor can I.
What?
It's obvious Kelly murdered Walter Channing.
Mr. Wolfe, now listen, I did nothing of the
But
kind.
the obvious can be too obvious.
Meaning what exactly?
Archie,
Yes, sir?
brief these people on the ink-stained trousers.
Channing spilled ink on his trouser cuff the night he was murdered. Somebody tried to clean the spot off.
With what?
According to the police analysis, carbon tetrachloride and perchloroethylene showed up.
Both non-inflammable ingredients used in many commercial cleaners.
Exactly what are you getting at, Mr. Wolfe?
One moment, Mrs. Channing. Mr. Goodwin also has an analysis of the spot on the carpet behind the desk. Archie?
A powder form of dye, aniline dye.
Used in what, perhaps?
Well, the lab suggested a shoe dressing.
I got no powder dye. I swear I ain't, Mr. Wolfe.
I'm sure you haven't, Mr. Kelly. You'll find this particular type of dressing is used on women's shoes, suede shoes, usually.
I don't understand.
Wait a minute.
Yes, Archie?
If a woman... Now, suppose a woman knelt in front of Channing to clean that ink spot off his trouser cuff. That smudge could have rubbed off the tip of her shoe onto the carpet.
Exactly. I believe you'll find a typewriter cleaner contains tetrachloride and perchloroethylene.
Something else just occurred to me. That memo was sent around the morning after Channing was killed.
I never thought of that.
True, Archie. And for only one purpose, to point suspicion at Kelly.
But when the police didn't take the hint...
Go on, Archie. What then?
Somebody else was brought down here who would. Comes around to three questions, doesn't it? Who knew about the memo? Who had access to Channing's file where he kept his gun? And who made sure Nero Wolfe would see the evidence against Kelly?
Three questions, Archie, with one answer that spells the name of the murderess. Our own client, Brenda Barclay. Steak, Archie, marinated. You like it?
I'm not hungry.
Indeed, I suggest a tonic.
That reminds me. I had a call.
You had?
Doris Channing. She had some idea about my explaining things to her.
She found my explanation insufficient?
No, but she felt it lacked the personal touch.
Phooey. Hand me a can of beer. However, you do have the evening off.
Yes, sir.
Keep out of trouble. Doris Channing is a blonde. That is, try to keep out of trouble.
In the company of a blonde who wants to. Good night, sir.
Good night, Archie.
And that was The Impolite Corpse. Part of Nero Wolfe's charm lies in his routines. He was a devoted gourmet whose days revolved around fine meals prepared by Chef Fritz Brenner. He would spend hours tending orchids, and his schedule, well, that rarely changed. Solving crimes often felt less like adventure and more like an interruption to his carefully arranged life. That lifestyle made Sidney Greenstreet a perfect choice for the role. Greenstreet brought authority, intelligence, and just enough irritation to sound exactly like Wolfe should. And his appearance? Well, at his heaviest, Greenstreet weighed over 300 pounds, giving him the commanding presence audience imagined from the stories. Together, Wolfe and Archie created a partnership that still stands among mystery fiction's best. Brains in motion, routine and chaos, elegance and wisecracks. Quite the radio duo. Well, my friends, tonight proves one thing. If you go to a detective that keeps orchids, employs a gourmet chef, and greets you with visible annoyance, you probably are talking to Nero Wolfe. I hope you enjoyed this double feature from the new adventures of Nero Wolfe. Thanks for joining me and helping to keep those wonderful old radio adventures alive. Until next time, I'm Ron, and this has been Ron's Amazing Stories. Stay amazing. That was episode number 737, and it was brought to you by Audible. Head to audibletrial.com/Ron's Amazing Stories and get yourself a free audiobook today. You help the show if you do it. Thank you, Audible. If you want to follow the podcast or the blog, head to ronsamazingstories.com. There you will find any of the links that I mentioned and how to contact us. Do you want to help the show? The best thing you can do is to tell your friends all about us and leave reviews and comments wherever you listen. Clicking that follow or like button helps us grow. Thank you for listening, and I hope you come again to find out what are Ron's Amazing Stories.
All of the vintage audio used in the podcast is believed to be in the public domain. Ron's Amazing Stories does not own the rights to any of the old-time radio used here. If you hold the rights to any of the shows played, please contact us immediately at ronsamazingstories.com.